In this video, I'm going to go over some of the weapon modifications of the Flamethrower, and I'm going to show some builds that don't use overclocks. Also, this video is intended for newer players. To start, I'm going to go over some of the weapon modifications that are not straightforward. In Tier 2, we have unfiltered fuel and triple filtered fuel. The question that these two mods raise is, how is heat different from damage? Heat can be thought of as the speed at which you inflict the on-fire status. The higher your heat level, the faster this happens. Damage is the direct damage inflicted when spraying the flamethrower directly onto enemies. In Tier 5, we have Heat Radiance and Targets Explode. Heat Radiance damages and sets fire to enemies when they are within 4 meters of you, and you've been firing your flamethrower uninterrupted for 2 seconds. The closer you are to the bug, the more damage you will do. Targets Explode has a 50% chance of happening when enemies are killed, specifically with direct damage from the flamethrower. When targets explode, they damage and set nearby bugs on fire. Now, when it comes to builds, there's essentially 2 flavors of flamethrower: direct damage and sticky flames. And to clarify, sticky flames are flames sprayed on the ground. For the sticky flame setup, you will want high capacity tanks, sticky flame duration, sticky flame slowdown, sticky flame duration again, and heat radiance. In Tier 1, extra reach isn't that useful for sticky flames. The same thing is true for unfiltered and triple filtered fuel, since both only affect direct damage. In Tier 3, we will be taking sticky flame slowdown, which slows enemies in sticky flame down by 55%. Increased rate of fire would use more ammo without increasing the effectiveness of sticky flames. Plus, the slowdown effect will greatly increase your effectiveness while allowing you to use less ammo. In Tier 4, the fear effect, since it causes bugs to run away, would work against sticky flames. The extra ammo isn't a bad pick in this tier, but extra sticky flame duration can make this build a little easier to use. In Tier 5, we will take Heat Radiance since Targets Explode is completely useless for a sticky flame build. For the direct damage setup, there are 2 viable ways to set up the flamethrower. In both setups, you will need extended range, unfiltered fuel, and Targets Explode. In Tier 1, extended range makes the flamethrower easier to use, and it makes it easier to attack large groups of bugs at once. In Tier 2, unfiltered fuel increases your damage output more than triple filtered fuel. In Tier 5, Targets Explode is easily the best choice since it increases the overall DPS. Heat Radiance isn't a bad pick, but you should be able to utilize the effects of Targets Explode more frequently. For the rest of the first build, you will want improved rate of fire in Tier 3 and extra ammo in Tier 4. This build is moderately better against high health enemies like grunt guards and praetorians, and against the flying mactera since they have a 50% weakness to fire. The one time I would recommend against this setup is if your mission has the Swarmageddon modifier, since the extra rate of fire is useless against swarmers. For the second build, you will want extra ammo in Tier 3 and It Burns in Tier 4. The fear effect of It Burns makes this an excellent build on missions with defensive objectives like salvage ops or escort missions. If you have any questions about the flamethrower, please leave them in the comments and I will answer them as best I can.